It is Tuesday, November 22nd, 2 in the afternoon, 1988. This is Nationwide Interchange Service. This is a movie to show where we're coming from, where we are, and where we're going with our business. Come on inside and we'll show you around. I'm Mike Capel. And today, since my partner's in here, I'm the president. Okay, come on in. Here we have our office. We are in the basement of Full Fab Incorporated. Full Fab Incorporated makes airplane hangars. My partner's father, Mark Weinland, he owns the business, and they've given us free rent, free heat, free lights for the last 2 years. We started out 2 years ago with our company, Synergy Data Systems. Synergy Data Systems developed computer programs for IBM personal computers and compatibles. We did that for 1 year, and it was hard. It was harder than hell. We each made 12 grand that year, and we decided there had to be a better way than that. So we looked around for a software package that we could develop and sell nationwide. We came across the personnel industry. We thought that would be a wide open industry, so we started to pursue that. We took our software designs to a few firms here in Canton, Ohio. The people told us that until we knew the recruiting industry, the personnel industry, we would fall on our butts. So we decided not to do anything along those lines until we learned more. So we started making a lot of phone calls, talking with people, finding out what the business was all about. One gentleman put us in contact with a fella that owned a paper network, the old Nationwide Network, which is more or less a multiple listing service of recruiters across the country. We tried to buy that Nationwide Network. The older fella, nice fella, was a little bit belligerent and did not want to sell it eventually, so we began our network from scratch. We incorporated as Nationwide Interchange Service. We started with 0 members in February of 1988. We started cold calling various recruiters across the country, and we started from there. And we decided we would begin the network when we had our first 20 members. We operated out of this office. As you'll see, this office is very small. It's approximately 350, 400 square feet. We have light bulbs dangling from the ceiling. We have concrete floors. It floods in here. We have animals come in occasionally. We've had rats and mice. Snakes come in. Birds, bees, everything. It floods when it rains. So it's a real prize of an office. We don't have any heat in the wintertime, and in the summertime we don't have any air conditioning. All we have are flies. So it's been an interesting 2 years. We've enjoyed it, but it's been a lot of hard work. We've grown from our 0 members 10 months ago or so to where we are right now. We have 112 members in 36 different states. These recruiting firms work everything from data processing, engineering, manufacturing, all the way to retail and construction. We're still growing. We're the fastest growing network in the country. Right now we are the 3rd largest in the country, and we're busting out of this office, busting out of it physically. Over here you will see our sorting bins. We conduct 2 mailings each week. We send out resumes and job orders to our members. We create these resumes and job orders, or we make them on our offset printing press, which is over here. It's a Gestetner offset printing press. We paid about $10,000 for it. We don't know anything about the printing business, but we do now. At this point, we have about 5 employees with us. We have Rennie Stephen, Sue Nettie, Bob Donenworth, Mike Van Velsen, Diane Frank, and my partner Mark Weinland and myself. So it gets a little cramped in this office when everyone's in here working. We built some shelves to help us store the resumes and job orders that we print. Right now, a lot of things are in boxes because we're moving out of our office tomorrow. We have a lot of old used equipment, old file cabinets. We've had to hang curtains around my partner's office, Mark, because he smokes, and his smoke bothers all the other employees. I will walk out here. We've hung curtains around my office, and I close these curtains when I want to make phone calls because the printing press is so loud. So I sit inside in this little cubby hole here. We've written software. We've devoted all of our software talent to writing computer programs for us. Right now the computer is running, it is doing an update routine. We have software programs that have been written over the last 15 months, quite a few of them. That's made this whole endeavor possible, and Mark Weinland has really been responsible for that. I'm the sales arm of the network. I get on the phone, I do a lot of cold calling, I work off of referrals. You can see over here in the background our map of the United States. Right now there are roughly 115 red dots on there. Those are our members. We started out with our first dot, and we celebrated when we got that. We had our first placement through the network about after 6 months of operation, and we had another replacement reported to us today. This is about the 7th or 8th, so it's all going the right direction. Why don't you kill it there for a minute, Joe? Am I on? You are now in Mark Wineland's office. This is where he lives, breathes, and thinks about computer programs. We're soon going to be putting together a computer program for our members to utilize in their own offices that will allow them to fill out their resume data sheet forms, their job order forms, and send that information to us on diskette. Eventually, we will be computerizing this entire network. Our goal is to make our recruiters, our members, the most competitive members in the country, or most competitive firms in the country. And we'll be using the automation skills to do that. We have the technology to do it. We have, let's see, our member growth. You can see we've grown from our 20 members up here over the last couple of months. We're up at well over 100 members now. Our splits, this is our graph of the number of splits we've had. This graph is not up to date, but pretty close. 2 splits in August, 1 in September, 1 in October. We're going to have about 2 or 3 in November, and we anticipate there's going to be several more in December. I have in my hands a couple of our sample forms, our resume data sheet form, the original, our original job order form, pretty simple things. We have put together a sales packet that goes out to our members. It has a membership application, our fee schedule, our various brochures that we've written and developed, which are still holding up after all these months. And let's see here. Okay, we have started from scratch. We built this thing up with just an idea. It's now starting to take off. It's going. This office at 1525 Whipple Avenue in Canton. We are moving out of here tomorrow. We have a nice office that we put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into, putting up partitions, and painting, and building walls and windows and carpeting. We're going to be moving into that office tomorrow. It's at the McKinley Center, 100 North Market Street, Canton, Ohio. And we're real pleased about that. We're gonna have heat and lights and all those good things that you need to operate a business. I hope you enjoyed this. We've enjoyed this, and maybe the next session of this we'll take down to McKinley Center and look it over. Goodbye.